surety. The surety. And last time we noticed the prophecy in Isaiah chapter 60. Isaiah 60, verse 1 to 6. And this prophecy fits the visit of the Magi in so many ways. I mean, you hear the prophecy, you go, wow, it lines up here, it lines up here, it lines up here. You've got light, you've got glory, you've got travelers from afar, you've got the rejoicing that we see in the Magi, you've got the wealth of the nations coming to Judah, you've got gold, and you've got frankincense, and you've got worship. All of that we see here in Matthew is in this prophecy. Arise, shine, for your light has come. Light, the glory of the Lord has risen upon you. For behold, darkness shall cover the earth, and thick darkness the people. But the Lord will arise upon you, and his glory will be seen upon you. And nations shall come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your rising. Lift up your eyes all round and see, they all gather together, they come to you. Your sons shall come from afar, and your daughters shall be carried on the hip. Then you shall see and be radiant. Your heart shall thrill and exult. Don't you think of the joy of the Magi when they saw the Christ child? The wealth of the nation shall come to you. A multitude of camels shall cover you, and young camels of Midian and Ephah. They shall bring gold and frankincense, and shall bring good news, praises of the Lord. It fits in so many ways, and yet, as we said last time, not everything matches. The Magi, we noted, the Magi are not kings. Isaiah speaks of kings, and they're not kings. And there's gold and there's frankincense, but in Isaiah, there is no mention of myrrh. Isaiah 60 does not match the story of the Magi in the way, for example, that Isaiah 53 matches up absolutely, completely, 100% with the crucifixion, the suffering, crucifixion, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Like every detail, 100%. So what's going on? And remember, 80% is a prophet. That'll get you stoned. What Isaiah 60 is looking to is farther down the road. The New Jerusalem, at the Perusia, when Jesus returns at his second coming. The prophecy of Isaiah 60 will be ultimately fulfilled in the new heavens and the new earth when Christ returns. Isaiah's prophecy in chapter 60 is not immediately precisely about the visit of the Magi. And yet here at his first coming, their worship, their visit, their gifts are like a kind of a down payment. They're like an earnest, or we'll say a surety, of the second coming, a partial fulfillment looking ahead to the glorious and complete one. They fulfill it enough to say, he is the one, without doubt, through whom it all will happen. The last thought would be this. What about the myrrh? The Magi bring it in Matthew chapter 2, but Isaiah doesn't mention it in Isaiah chapter 60. And remember, what does the myrrh speak of? It speaks of his death. Well, from the perspective of the Magi, that is indeed what lies ahead for him. A cross, a burial. There could be no more wonderful a gift to speak of why he has come. But as we said, Isaiah's looking farther down the road. He has died. At the end, at the second coming, Jesus has died. He has been buried. He has been resurrected, he has ascended, and he has been coronated, and he returns. He comes back the second time as a king. Gold is fitting. He comes back the second time as our great high priest. Incense is fitting, but he does not come the second time to die again. He died once for all. No more death. There's no need at the second coming to give him myrrh. And so Isaiah doesn't say it. And the Word of God is one seamless, perfect